Hi, we are from At Home Tuition. In this video, we are going to see the Class 8 Exercise 1.1, that's page number 15. All the questions are answered with solved answers. So, fill in the blanks. 0 has dash reciprocal. So, we know that the given number A is 0. So, we can represent A 0 as 0 by 1. So, the reciprocal of 0, that is 0 by 1 is 1 by 0. So, you know that 1 by 0 is undefined. So, therefore, we can say that 0 has no reciprocal. So, next question is the numbers dash and dash are their own reciprocals. So, solution. So, we are asking that you have two numbers which have their own reciprocals. So, if we'll check that. So, we'll take the rational number 1. So, the rational number 1 can be expressed as 1 by 1. And if you take the rational number negative 1, which can be expressed as negative 1 divided by 1. So, the reciprocal of 1, that is 1 by 1 is 1 divided by 1 by 1. So, that is nothing but 1. So, the reciprocal of negative 1 by 1 is 1 divided by negative 1 by 1. That is also a negative 1. So, the rational numbers that have their equal reciprocals are 1 and negative 1. So, reciprocal of 1 is 1 and reciprocal of negative 1 is negative 1. So, we can say that the numbers 1 and negative 1 have their own reciprocals. So, the next question is the reciprocal of negative 5 is dash. So, we will take that given rational number A, that is negative 5. We can express it as negative 5 by 1. So, we know that reciprocal of A is 1 by A. So, therefore, the reciprocal of A, that is my negative 5 by 1, we can write it as 1 divided by negative 5 by 1. Since it's in division, we can take it as multiplication. So, 1 divided by negative 5 is nothing but negative 1 divided by 5. So, the reciprocal of negative 5 is negative 1 divided by 5. So, the next question is reciprocal of 1 by x, where x, the denominator, is not equal to 0 is dash. So, we already know that reciprocal of a by 1 is 1 by a. So, the given number a is 1 by x. So, if you write the reciprocal, that is 1 divided by 1 by x. So, we can change that division to multiplication. So, you will get x divided by 1. So, that is nothing but x. So, the reciprocal of 1 by x, where the denominator x not equal to 0 is x. So, the next question is the product of two rational numbers is always a dash. Suppose you are taking two rational numbers, say a and another rational number b. Then if you multiply those two rational numbers, the answer should also be a rational number. So, we have studied this. This is a property which explains this condition is closure property. So, by closure property, we can say that if you multiply two rational numbers, the answer is always rational. So, by closure property, we can say that the product of two rational numbers is always a rational number. So, next question is the reciprocal of a positive rational number is dash. Suppose if you are taking a as a rational number and if that a is a positive number, then its reciprocal we can write it as 1 divided by a. So, that will also be a positive number. So, reciprocal of a positive number, rational number is always a positive rational number. Next, we will summarize the different properties of rational numbers, what we have studied in this chapter. So, we have studied different properties such as closure property, commutative property, associative property and distributive property for various operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So, first we will see the closure property. So, if two rational numbers are done with different operations, the result should also be a rational number. So, that is explained in this closure property. So, if a and b are rational numbers, then its addition a plus b should also be a rational number. So, it's satisfied for addition. If a and b are two rational numbers, if you subtract that two rational numbers, then the result should also be a rational number. So, it satisfies for subtraction. A and b are two rational numbers. If you are multiplying those two rational numbers, the answer is also a rational number. So, it's satisfied for multiplication. But if you go with division, if you take two rational numbers and if you divide it, you will not get the result as rational number. So, the closure property is not satisfied for division operation alone. Next we'll see the commutative property. So commutative property is for two rational numbers. We are seeing if a and b are two rational numbers, then we can add those two rational numbers in any order. That is a plus b equal to b plus a. So it's satisfied. But if you take two rational numbers and you cannot subtract that in any order, that is if you subtract a minus b, then it will not be equal to b minus a. So subtractive property of commutation is not satisfied. If you multiply two rational numbers, you can do that in any order. That is a times b equals to b times a. That is satisfied. So next is division property of commutation. That is also not satisfied. A by b is not equal to b by a. So division is also not satisfied for commutative property. The next property is associative property. So the associative property for addition, that is a plus b plus c is equal to a plus b plus c. So we can do this operation in any order. The addition can be performed in any order. So the next property is subtraction. So subtraction, a minus b minus c is not equal to a minus b minus c. So this subtraction for association is not satisfied. Then we'll see multiplication. A times b times c is equal to a times b times c. So that is also satisfied. Multiplication is associative for rational number. Next operation is division. So if we perform division, a divided by b divided by c, then we know that it's not equal to a divided b divided by c. So division is not associated with rational numbers. So the next property is distributive property. That is a times b plus c is equal to, we are distributing a with b and a with c. So a times b plus a times c, that is satisfied. And distributive property over subtraction is also satisfied. A times b minus c equals a times b minus a times c. So this is also satisfied. So for this distributive property, multiplication and division is not applicable. Next we are going to see the identity property. So we have two types of identity property, additive identity and multiplicative identity. So in additive identity, 0 plays an important role. So the additive identity of a rational number, so consider rational number a by b. So the additive identity of this rational number is 0. That is a divided by b plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a divided by b. So 0 is called the additive identity for the addition of rational numbers. So next is multiplicative identity. So in multiplicative identity, 1 plays the major role. Multiplicative identity of any rational number, say a by b, is 1. So we'll see that. So a divided by b times 1 is equal to 1 times a divided by b. 1 times a divided by b. So 1 is called the additive identity for the multiplication of rational numbers. The next property is inverse property. In inverse property also we have two types, additive inverse and multiplicative inverse. In additive inverse, negative of the rational number plays a major role. So the additive inverse of a rational number a by b is minus, that is negative of the given rational number, minus a by b. So a by b plus minus a by b equal to 0. So the negative of a by b is called the additive inverse of the given rational number. The next property is multiplicative inverse. So in multiplicative inverse, reciprocal of the given number plays the major role. So if a by b is the given rational number, then its multiplicative inverse is b by a. That is a by b times b by a equal to 1. So b by a is called the additive identity, that is inverse identity of multiplication of rational number. Hope you have understood the properties very well. Thank you for watching the video.